Simple is not always easy. Hi, everyone. My name is Melinda Van Fleet. Welcome to Own Your Greatness. I'm an intuitive and energetic empowerment mentor, and I'm grateful that you're here today. Today's video parlays on yesterday's video about things not having to be so hard. And I really wanted to add on to that because what ends up happening is if someone thinks that everything's going to be super easy, they often quit without realizing that there's always going to be challenges. It's just the truth. And the most amount of challenges will come from people in some way, shape, or form. And increasing your conscious awareness around that aspect of people will help you move through the challenges faster, more seamlessly, and will then have things be easier. Quite a paradox, right? Quite a paradox. Because then sometimes the hard thing is perhaps increasing your consciousness and looking at those things. Taking the time to do that work, number one, and then facing those things that sometimes could be a little ugly. Just gonna call it out. Love you, just keeping it real. Sometimes it may be hard, that hard pill that some of you turn the video off after I say hard pill. Because yeah, you don't want to hear it. You're not ready yet. But let me tell you, it's still going to be there. So Ryan and I had this huge discussion this morning about gaslighting. And I did a video, like a normal YouTube video, I guess you could say, like with a thumbnail, quite a while ago about gaslighting and sharing some gaslighting stories that I have experienced. And what I find fascinating is, well, I'm completely intrigued by the English language and how it keeps us small. And gaslighting is one of those phenomena of a word that has really made it into the mainstream that actually keeps you small. Because if you're going around thinking that someone gaslit you, you are not owning your own power, that you can decide that that person did not gaslight you. It's literally a decision. It's literally a decision. And then if you have the consciousness, even more than just that step, because that's like a good step in the right direction in terms of conscious awareness, but then you see them in their shadow and then not have judgment towards them, but maybe just curiosity and compassion from your heart, you will be flying through life so much faster than not doing that, number one. And number two, the vast majority of people. Because the vast majority of people are still like going, oh, he gaslit me. And they're watching, TikToks and Instagram reels and all that shit that's just keeping them in the matrix. And supporting those people's channels and helping them make money. And they're just keeping you stuck. They're not really helping you. Let's be honest. They're just not. You're still going to be in the same place. Bloop, bloop. Bad energy, all the things. So a story that I was explaining gaslighting to my husband more, because we really haven't talked about it, even though it happens to us all the time. One of the great examples that's happened for years is when people throw our business name in our face. And our business name of our sport fishing educational business, which is our main business, is called Good Karma. And the story of how that name came to me while we were fishing on Christmas Eve is magical. God gave it to me when we were fishing. We hadn't thought of a name for our boat. We hadn't thought of the name for our business. Our boat did not have a name when we purchased it in November 2011. And we were fishing on Christmas Eve in December 2011. And all of a sudden, Good Karma popped into my head. And I said it out loud to my husband. He goes, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And a fish hit the line tuna, which is my very favorite fish to eat. And that's our name, right? However, people, when they don't get their way with what they want from us, especially from my husband, we have to set boundaries. We're not people pleasers. We have a business to run that has a lot of very challenging moving parts, more so than any other business model I can think of. And believe me, I've done a lot of work around that. Not just a martyr here. I'm like literally, I don't know what other job has so many moving parts. Maybe being president, that could be. And so when people don't get what they want, they throw our brand in our face. Oh, I thought you were called Good Karma. And they try to gaslight us. But I don't accept it. I just like roll my eyes. I'm like, whatever, bud. You go like do your own thing over there. I'm good. I love my brand. God gave it to us. I spent so many hours working on our Buddha, so many different designers till I finally had it nailed, our Buddha logo, which we use for Ryan's podcast and a little bit on our website. Yeah, you cannot gaslight me. That is conscious awareness. I see you. I see the energy you're trying to throw my way, and I just don't accept it. I just don't. I move on. I just don't accept it. But let me tell you that other business owners would probably get in their head and get a lot of head shit around that and go down a hole of people pleasing, which would then make having their business hard. Because that isn't easy to do. It does take work. It took work. It takes work. Now it's simple for me because I did the work and I have the conscious awareness around what's going on. And I did that work. And then I remember that. I don't get sucked into the matrix with distractions and think I'm a bad person because I didn't say yes. No, I hold my boundaries for many reasons. Again, we have a very complex business. And that's where people quit, is because there's something that keeps popping up that may be hard, but basically it's not that it's hard, it's just not super easy. So they need to spend a little more time contemplating, uncovering the shadows. Why do I feel I need to be a people pleaser? That would be like something you would ask yourself. If someone's trying to gaslight you into doing something, making you feel bad about yourself, so then you say yes to them, that is manipulation. And then you go, okay, well, why do I need to do this? Is this something, oh gosh, and then you like go, aha moment. My parents told me I need to da 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 da. Or I had a situation in a job once that didn't work out so well. So now I feel I need to da 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 da. See where I'm going with this? This is the work. And again, it's simple, but not always easy. But as you do the work and you get better and stronger, it becomes easier. It does not have to be so hard. It's a total paradox. It really is. So I personally love it. I love it. I have no problem with standing up for ourselves. I have no problem with confrontation. I think it's just how I was made. I don't know. I should look at my human design chart. Maybe I have some things in there that are about not fearing confrontation. But it also goes back to worth, right? Which is kind of where I'm going with this too, right? So if you look at the fears and go, well, why am I afraid to stand up for myself and put up these boundaries? Well, how do you feel about yourself? Do you think you're worth it? Think about that. I know I'm worth it. I know my husband is fucking worth it. So I will like ride or die on that. So no one takes advantage of us and no one throws our brand in our face. I just don't let it happen. It doesn't affect me. It's like a rubber ball, like bloop, bloop, bounce back to you, buddy. You're the one that needs to do that work there. Not me. You can't gaslight me. So really think about this, right? And I really want you to take this example and think about what is slowing you down or making you want to quit, or maybe it's something you did quit that you still feel really intuitively called to do, and you're like, gosh, I know I want to do this. It's on my heart, it's on my soul, and I quit again. Like, what is it? What is that thing that's really just like on your soul to do? But somewhere along the line, you thought it was hard. But it really wasn't hard. There were just some moving pieces that weren't so easy. So you need to think about that and think about, okay, what does this mean? And I'm going to tell you this too. This conversation does not just automatically happen when you stop the video and you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, it didn't come to me right away. You know, Melinda, she's crazy. I don't understand about. No, this is contemplation over time. Unveiling the onion, unwrapping the onion, unpeeling the onion, whatever you want to call it. Like I've talked about before. And you don't go from here to here. It's all the stuff in the middle. So all this ties together, but this is a really important conversation because the majority of people quit. And the majority of people don't see all of this because we're living in such a dense world. And I am here on a mission to help cut through the density with my frequency, my tone, my no fluff, real stories, get to the point style. And yeah, thanks for being here. Hope you like it. Share. Please help other people. This is an epidemic that's going on out there. And yeah, till tomorrow. My website, melindavanfleet.com. See you then. Bye.